Hello guys, welcome to AD Finance. So today we are breaking down LEAP options, what they are, why they matter, and how you can use them as a beginner to supercharge your investing. I'll keep it simple, practical, and beginner friendly. And at the end, I'll show you a real example in my Robinhood screen so you know how to execute that step by step in Robinhood. The steps are going to apply very much similar to any other platform, but I do it in Robinhood. Robinhood makes it really simple. So if you use Robinhood, well and good, but if you use any other platform, you will still make something out of this, right? You would know exactly how to do it successfully. So if you are interested, guys, stick around, and with that, let's start. Okay, the first thing, right? What are LEAP options? So LEAP stands for long-term equity anticipation security. I know that term is really big, so ignore that. In plain English, LEAPs are just regular option contracts, but with a long expiration, usually at least a year out, right? So that's the plain English definition of LEAPs. Now, you can buy LEAP calls, betting a stock will go up, or you can buy leap puts betting it will go down, or as an insurance, right? So those are the options that you can do with the leaps. Okay, now why use leaps, right? So the key benefits, right? So the first thing is the capital efficiency, right? So the capital efficiency is something like, let's say, for a stock, right, 100 to buy 100, because options are always 100 stocks, right? So for those 100 stocks, if the stock price is, let's say, 150, right? So you have to buy 100 stocks, you need $15,000, right? Now leaps makes your capital efficient. It provides you leverage. You can kind of get the same exposure that those 100 stocks gonna give you for a much less price, right? You can get that same thing for 20-30% less cash than that. So that's the first thing, right? Leverage, I talked about that leverage. Now long-term horizon, right? That's the third thing. With 1+ year until expiration, you can ride out the short-term volatility and capture multiple earning cycles, right? So you have the option. If, let's say, leaps are kind of open ended, right, in the sense you can make unlimited profit in the leap. So if a earning happens and let's say Apple stock just goes through the roof, right, you can capture that whole profit using the leap for much less capital. So that's the advantage, right? Now another point is the reduced time decay, right? Leaps will have a much less theta. Now all these terms, if they confuse you, don't worry, I'm going to show you step by step with an example, but these are the key points. So you should first understand them in detail, and then when you go to the actual execution, all that is going to make sense, right? So the theta decay is really low in case of leaps, right? In case of short term, if you buy a short term call, it's gonna have a huge theta decay, right? So, and that's gonna kill your profit. But in leap case, your theta is gonna be less, and that's what makes leap very good, right? Now let's take a simple example, right? How do leaps work? So let's take an example of Google, right? So buy 100 shares at 150 each, that's gonna cost you $15,000, right? The example that I gave you. Now instead, what you do, you buy a leap call option, right? That's 1 year out with a 155 strike price. That's gonna cost you only $2,600. So instead of that 15,000, you're gonna pay only $2,600. Okay. So now if a stock rises, your leap can double or more. You risk less capital in this case, but get similar upside if the stock moves, right? So all that depends on a delta too, that I'm going to explain when I do that example, right? So that's how the leap works in simple terms. It's basically a call option with a longer expiry, right? That's plain English language definition that we talked about, right? It's in very simple terms. If you know how to buy a call, leaps are same. Just choose a expiry date which is far more in the future, like let's say a year out, right? And that makes it a leap. Now, the next thing, how much you should invest in leaps, right? So leaps are good, but again, whatever money you are paying, remember, you are paying to buy the contract, right? Now, if the market really goes down or if there is a long-term recession or something, then you're gonna lose all that money that you paid to buy the leap. So it's always a good idea to only have certain percentage allocated for leaps. Do not put a lot of money into the leaps. Put a certain percentage that you can control. I would say 5 to 10% of portfolio is a good starting point for leaps. Okay. So diversify, don't put everything in one stock, spread the leaps, buy something in a tech sector, buy something in finance sector. You can diversify. Another way you can use leaps is hedging, right? So you can, let's say, buy a protective put, right? You can buy a long-term put. So let's say a stock that you really believe in, but it's kind of a volatile in nature. So what you can do is you can buy a long-term put option on a stock or index you own to hedge against the market drop, right? So if the market falls, your put increases in value, offsetting some of those losses in your portfolio, right? So that is one more way you can use leaps to as a hedge. I have made a detailed video about hedging. So go if you have your portfolio, it's a big portfolio, you want to hedge it. I have explained some of the other strategies that you can use for hedging. So definitely watch that video. I'll put that link somewhere or I'll put in down in the description. Go watch that after you watch this one. Okay, so now the time for demo. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my Robinhood screen and I'll show you a stock that I have been doing this leap recently and made a lot of money using that, right? So I'm gonna explain you that using that actual stock that I did, so you will know how to execute it, right? So let's quickly go to my Robinhood screen. Okay, so I'm in my Robinhood screen, right? And if you look at this trade, right, which I did on June 27, so that is a leap, right? I bought Palantir stock 140 call and then I sold it almost the same day, right? So that was a day trade. I did a couple of swing trade as well. So look at this, right? I sold it immediately for 2685. So I made that quick $100 and that was within 5-10 minutes, right? So that's the power of leaps, right? You get that exposure very similar to a stock and you are spending way less money, right? If I had to buy a Palantir stock for 140, I would pay like $14,000, right? But I only paid 2,500. So that's the beauty of Palantir. So now let's understand how you can execute this, right? Okay, so the first step is once you are in the options chain for Palantir, what you can do is you do buy a call, make sure buy call is selected. Okay, like I said, this is just a longer term expiry call option, right? So buy call, and then this is the important one, right? Expiration. So expiration leaps are usually more than 6 months, I would say. You can definitely go a year out or more than a year. You can buy a leap for 2 year, any number of expiration or the longer expiration that you buy. It's gonna cost you bit more, but it's little more safer, right? So that's the idea. If you buy, let's say January, that's my kind of sweet spot right now. We are almost 6 months away from that year end. So that's what you select here. And then the next important thing is the strike price, right? So now a traditional leap, if you want to buy a leap for a very long duration, so a good rule of thumb, right, when you buy leaps is look at the delta. So delta, you can go usually traditional leap, you go for like 90 delta, but that's gonna cost you a lot of premium. So I would say you can stick to like let's say 80 delta, right? So let's check this one, right? So this is about 82, right? So I would be good with that. So you can go for this one and then you select it here. It shows the profit and loss graph, right? As I said, right, the max profit, if you see, it's showing unlimited, right? So now this is the premium that you pay, and then you continue, and then you just enter one or two contract, how many contracts you want. You put the limit price, the limit, the bid and ask is something, if you want to get it filled too quickly, then you just put the ask price, right? Because it's a long site, so the ask is gonna fill very quickly. If you want to kind of wait, then you select something in the middle, right? So let's say you just select this, right? Uh, and that's it. You review, order, and submit. That's the leap. A couple of things that could happen, right? So let's say tomorrow, right? So it's gonna show you the graph here, right? So you bought it here when the Palantir is sitting at around let's say 134 right now, right? So as soon as it starts moving, right? If the Palantir goes up, you are gonna start making money as soon as Palantir goes up, right? So you can sell it. You don't have to wait till January 26th. That's what I did, right? The example that I showed you, I bought it, I sold it the same day because as soon as Palantir starts moving, you're gonna see that your leap option is making money. You can sell it, you don't have to wait. But let's say it goes down, right? Then you can always wait, right? Because the theta, if you look at here, right? The theta is pretty low. It's only $4, right? So that's the money that you are losing. But if you go for a short-term call, this theta is gonna be really high. But in this case, the theta is low, so you can wait, right? Let's say you wait for a week or 2 weeks for Palantir to go up and hit whatever target price you have in mind, right? And as you hit the target price, you sell the leap, right? So your return on investment on a leap option is gonna be really good because in my example that I showed, right, I paid only 2,500 some dollar, I made 2,600, right? So I made $100 profit out of 2,500 investment. So my return on investment is big. I could have gone for the same money if I have to buy Palantir. It's more than $10,000, right? If I have to buy 100 shares. With that money, you can buy instead of one contract, you can buy four contracts, right? So because so that's the leverage that Leap is gonna give you. You're gonna make you if you buy four contracts in my case, you're gonna make $400 out of $10,000. But a stock buyer, a plain stock buyer, even if the stock moves $1, it's just he's just gonna make $100. But you are gonna make $400 because you four contracts or four Leap options, right? So that's the leverage that Leap provides you. Now, some risk, right? We should always talk about risk. What are the risks? If they are so good, why not everyone buy the leap, right? So there are a couple of points there. The first thing is, as I said, you're not owning anything, right? So you do not have any stocks. It's just a contract. So if the January 16th hit and Palantir is still below your strike price, you're gonna lose all that money. Okay, so that's the risk. It's the limited risk. As I said, it's a limited one, but still it's a risk. So that's the number one point. Now, number two, right? Number two is the theta, right? So the theta, there is a theta. It's by if you have a stock, right? If you have a stock, you are basically just waiting, right? You can wait indefinite period of time. But in this case, you are racing against time, right? You don't have infinite number of time because your theta is gonna kill you. Okay, so that's the number two. Now, number three is about the diversification and the portfolio management that we talked about, right? So, the risk in because it is a leverage, right, that you're getting, do not put everything in leaps because then you're gonna make it very risky. Because if the market suddenly turns into a bearish mode, then you're gonna lose money. So do not do that mistake. Always diversify and have couple of leap options and manage according to a portfolio. Like I explained in the beginning, keep it like 5 to 10% of the portfolio, not more than that. Now, the final point, right? The timing of leaps, right? You should not do leaps in a very bearish kind of market. Leaps are good if the market is bullish. Right now, markets are bullish trend. So overall, it's making higher highs. That kind of market is very good for leaps. Okay, leaps are not good if the market is bearish. We don't know when it's gonna come back because you're losing money every single day. So in that scenario, leaps are not good. So always look at the market trend. If you find it's in a bullish trend, go for the leap. So that was it, guys, for this video. I hope you liked the video, guys. If you did, do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I make a lot of videos around options. If you have any question on this video or anything around options, definitely put your questions. I read all of them and I will reply to that. With that, I'm closing this one. Happy investing. Bye bye.